again, thank you so much for coming to Artist Inc.'s Salinas Movement Project. We are really excited to have you here. Thank you for being part of our live audience for this production. You are going to be a filmed live audience tonight, so thank you again for being that fabulous that you get to be on camera. So make your noises extra loud tonight. Today I should say, inside of your programs, if you open it on up, there is a special little number for you. And that number is an app number. Very specific and special to this production is that there is an opportunity for you as an audience to participate in choosing what's going to happen next in this production. So, as a real quick, like to help us get through the show, if you want to open up your phones real quick, the first and only time they're going to tell you what a show, right? To pop open your phones and go ahead and preset that number inside of your phones now, so that you can have an opportunity to vote and choose what you're going to do during the show. So while you do that, I'll give you a little bit more information real quick. So my name is Emily Morales, and I am the director of Artist Inc., and I'm super proud to be here with you. The students that are performing today are Alisal High School students, so let's give them a real quick round of applause real quick. Actors, are you ready back there?
Yeah!
I know, are you ready back there?
Yeah!
What? I only got one man back there, huh? There's like a whole group of them, I swear, they're there. These students have been working on this production for about almost a year now. It started back in 2016 as a piece that was developed by us Artist Inc. mentors, and now has turned into a production that is completely in the hands of our youth, and we're really, really proud to see them taking on this production. Other than that one moment that's going to be inside of the show for you to use your app and use your phone, we do ask that you don't use your phone for other things, no photographing. I promise we'll give you a good opportunity to get some photographs of them afterwards, but during the show if you can refrain from using your phone other than the app, that would be super fabulous. Other than that, I think we're good. Are you guys ready to see a show?
Yeah!
Alright! And without further ado, I would like to present to you the Salinas Movement Project.
I am not the first to voice this message, and I won't be the last. Our past leads perpetual stories of struggles and strength, a strength that remains, no matter how much power they take, no matter how much money they make, no matter how many of us are left in chains, the strength of our people remains, because we are awake, and we know this moment is for our future and our past. We raise warriors who walk more comfortably in our shoes than we could, to navigate the past, to create the past we never could. And us youth stand at a crossroads, uncertain of the beaten path, still moist from our mother's tears, poised with pens, paint cans, and pistols, ready for evolution. Entendemos las semillas. Somos semillas del futuro, made from the wisdom and love of our ancestors, ready to pave the way for our children and our children's children. The actions we take today pave the way for generations to come. So this is no time for silence. This is no time for fear. It is time for us to rise, to heal, find our voice, find our power, and organize, to become the people we want to see in the world, to create a community we want to be a part of. Today is our day. Today is our time. Today we rise like our great-grandchildren's lives depend on it. So do not let police, politicians, or capitalist greed impede on your ability to think and act clearly. They will try to keep you weak. They will try to divide and conquer us. They will try to sell you hope in the system, and they will fail. Because we are awake, and we know this moment is for our future and for our past. We represent those who walk before us and those yet to come. We are one. In Lakesh, we are one.
Relax, social justice warrior.
Are you serious?
Nah, that was lit though. You're gonna kill it.
Thanks, and shut up. You don't even have good taste. Look at those kicks. What are those?
Man, shut up. How old is that? Where you been?
Yo, those are pretty ugly though.
They were a gift from me. Yeah, come on.
Oh, damn! Holy shit!
What's going on? What the hell are you looking at?
Dude, I just found a video of that shooting.
Wait, hold up. I didn't even see it. Rewind it.
Damn, I remember that. That was 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's the guy they shot by mi pueblo.
Which one?
Yeah, the cops straight assassinated him.
What? How?
Oh, I don't know about that.
About what?
What do you not know?
Yeah, dude, he was already on the ground. They didn't need to.
Yeah, but it's not always that simple. They're trained to ride a certain way, and
Guys.
Yeah, a certain way if you're black or Mexican.
he had a knife!
But that doesn't justify murder. They had guns.
Bet that wouldn't have happened if you were white though.
But it's not! How about race?
Yo! I am sorry to interrupt, but I haven't seen the footage and I'd love to know what all the bell's about.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Come here. Check it out.
Ven acá! Ma, ven acá! Ma!
Dude, that's not the guy they shot by in Pueblo. That's the guy they shot like a week later. But they did straight up murder him too, though.
Hold on a second. But it says right here on the search bar that it's Osman Hernandez?
Wait, what? Let me see your phone.
Nah, yeah, the guy we just saw, his name's Carlos something, what was it?
Mejia. Carlos Mejia.
Yeah, that's right. That's why the protests happened, remember?
Oh yeah, then why does Carlos and shooting como pasos mans?
Cause to them we're all the same. Don't you get it? Just prove my point. Here, take a look for yourselves.
Hernandez. Those who knew him said he was a farm worker and was waving a field knife. This is surveillance video of Hernandez. That's him behind the flag just after he left a nearby bar. Police shot him after first deploying the taser gun.
After they did that first electrical, they went, we went on the floor, the knife was on one side, and then the police shot him after he was on the floor.
He got shot for doing the machete dance? That's messed up.
Dance? He was waving a knife in the air. He was a danger to himself and others.
No, I did that dancing as a kid. Watch, Google it.
Wait, I remember this, look. To top it off, the news is just straight up lying. They didn't shoot him 4 times, they shot him 7 times. Look.
No, ya llegaron como 20 cabrones, mira.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but you think the police assassinated him? Based on what?
Based on the footage and the eyewitnesses' accounts.
Yeah, but this footage doesn't show shit. At least not for Osman. And as far as the other one is concerned, what's his name?
Carlos Mejia.
Yeah, him. As far as he's concerned, he was straight up in someone's house being all,
Being a perv, lewd?
No, like, you don't want your stuff hanging out for the world to see?
Like the guy from Bienvenidos.
Dude, that show was crazy. I remember my parents used to watch that show.
Oh my God.
But seriously though, that guy was a danger to society. What do you expect?
What do you expect? Are you serious right now? What about Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Philando Castillo, Sandra Bland? They're targeting us!
Man, that's crazy.
Freaking cops always killing our people.
Oh, come on, man. First of all those people you mentioned are black, not Mexican. None of that happened in Salinas.
That doesn't make it any better though. We're all the same to them. Why can't you get that? The only difference is victims like Pedro Villanueva and Jesse Hernandez don't get as much news coverage.
Look, the cops are trained. They don't just kill for no reason. The people who get shot, they put themselves in that situation by breaking the law. The police are responsible for that. They have to make split-second decisions. Besides, they're not all bad. My uncle's a corrections officer, and as far as I know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, but not every cop is your uncle.
But what would you do?
Whoa.
Let's say you're one of the cops under the guy with the guard cheers. How do you arrest him without firing a shot, huh?
Well, for starters, I de-escalate the situation.
Now comes the time in our program
where we ask you to determine the next course of action. How do you think the officer should de-escalate the situation? Your options are 1. Use pepper spray, 2. Use taser, and 3. Use a baton. Please text the 132 831 777 6607.
Well, okay, Mr. Expert. How exactly would you de-escalate the situation, huh?
I could use pepper spray like this.
Requesting backup. We got a possible 459. The suspect is not on flight and is going where it appear to be garden shears.
Freeze! Drop the weapon! I said don't move!
If you do not comply, we will use force. Get your pepper spray ready.
Last chance, buddy. Drop the weapon now. And boom, no one gets shot.
Bro, that is not realistic. The cop would have to get way closer to do that.
Actually, the typical range for pepper spray is within 30 feet, and based on the footage, the cops were well within 30 feet when they shot at him.
Well, what about a taser?
Oh, but what if the taser doesn't work? What if the guy's on bath salts or something? They said both cops shot him, one missed him, and the other one was a dud. So what then, bro?
A baton, there's still a baton.
How about you try it? Let's check it out.
Freeze! Drop the weapon!
If you do not comply, we will use force. Get your baton ready.
Last chance, buddy. Drop the weapon now!
Drop him! Drop him!
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Whoa!
How are you doing?
I'm sorry, it's just, you weren't listening.
Well, you can't just do that. You had killed him like that.
Well, how the hell was I supposed to know? Y'all just threw me in there!
That's the point. You're supposed to know. Look, any way you slice it, this job is hard. But is it really that hard to understand why they have to be held at such a high standard? They have so much power. They could protect you, they could arrest you, they could save or kill you. Preservation of life is supposed to be their prime directive, yet instances like this happen all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with insufficient training, and they know it too. It's on their website. I'm on the Department of Justice's website right now, and here's a 2016 report on what they found on the Salinas Police Department. 1. Officers do not receive adequate training on how to effectively respond to individuals with mental health issues. 2. Officers do not receive adequate training on force de-escalation, especially in regards to individuals with mental health issues. 3. There are notable deficiencies within the department's internal complaint and investigation process that brings into question the department's ability to hold all officers accountable. 4. Police and community relations are significantly frayed, and the police department does not appear to fully appreciate this disconnect. 5. There exist notable deficiencies within the department's internal communications that results in confusion within the ranks and contributes to low morale. And what do they do about it? Nothing.
Making change takes time.
But in the meantime, we're still targets and they're still shooting us. These laws weren't written for us, they were written against us. That's why you gotta resist any way you can. Why do you guys think I tag? Because, man, I get so heated sometimes. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my art. It's the only time I feel at peace.
Poetry is like that for me. It's how I process all the crap I gotta deal with.
Yeah, playing the guitar and listening to music is pretty much the same for me too. It's the only way I can actually relax and get my mind stop racing.
For real though. On a lighter note, did I show you guys my new piece yet? Check it out.
Hey, that's dope!
Dang, you went in!
Thanks, man. I got a bunch of them. Here, take a look.
Hey, can I borrow this? I want to show my friend. She's an artist too. I'll get it back to you tomorrow.
Dang, look at Collie trying to holler at them honeys. It's cool, just don't lose it. I don't need no administration flipping through my book, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll get it back to you tomorrow, thanks.
I hate to break this up, but it's almost 4 and I gotta dip.
Oh, you know what? Man, I gotta go too. I told my grandpa to help him with the car.
Yeah, man. I gotta go. See you later.
rights! All three of them. Number one, you have the right to not be killed.
Suspicious person with a knife.
Hispanic male with butcher's knife.
House Bentley. Multiple titties. Blood. He's shot with a knife.
Ineffective.
Murder is a crime, unless it was done by a policeman or an aristocrat.
Blue lives matter! Come and take it! Build that wall!
Oh, know your rights! Know your rights! And number two, you have the right to food money.
Hold on, I'm gonna pick up my lunch break. He's a step yes.
Then why am I mommy? Mommy, get here for 2 hours. Here you go, ma'am.
Providing, of course, you don't mind a little humiliation, investigation.
Excuse me, ma'am. While your case number has been open for review, we'd like to ask you a few questions regarding your income. It has come to our attention that you haven't been reporting your full gross annual income.
Pero no tengo dinero.
And if you cross your fingers, rehabilitation.
You don't have any money, eh? Well, then you're going to jail for fraud!
Let's go. Wait, no.
Know your rights. And number three, you have the right to free speech.
What is life? Education, not deportation! Now just freedom!
Stop. What are you doing? You're killing him.
I got you on camera!
Unless you're not dumb enough to actually try it. Know your rights!
Know your rights!
Know your rights!
Know your rights!
Complaciendo para todos los bailadores con esta rola que dice 1, 2, 3, 4.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
¡Bájale esa música! ¡No puedo oír el sonidito! ¡Alex! ¡Baja esa música! ¡La bajo yo! ¡Están haciendo sangre! ¡Vas a llevar sangre a la escuela!
Now, the Monterey County Rapid Response Network tells Kate Allen that ICE was in an area of East Salinas yesterday and arrested several community members, many of which they say were collateral arrests or people they weren't specifically there for.
No te preocupes, mijo. Hay que tener fe. Todo va a salir bien. Ya váyanse. Van a llegar tarde.
Sergeant Lee, thanks for waiting for a second.
Don't worry, I'm just glad you can make it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and start by tuning the guitar and drop D, okay?
Okay.
Hey Alex! What's up, Mr. C? Hey, I forgot to mention something. There's a scholarship coming out for talented musicians, and I thought you might be interested. Would you consider signing up?
I can't do this.
The requirements are very easy. You just have to be under 18 and be a resident, and that's it.
I might not even go to college. I have to help my family and my brothers. I actually have to go pick them up right now.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep it in mind, okay?
Thanks.
Vanessa.
Mamá, ¿está bien? ¿Qué tiene?
No te preocupes, es nada. No se te olvida la comida.
And us youth stand at a crossroads, uncertain of the beaten path, still moist from our mother's tears.
Okay, so the government imposed a very strict distribution of rations or scarce resources. And those resources were basically the bare minimum basics that you gotta use to get by. So bacon, butter, sugar, meat, cereal, milk, canned goods, and gas, right? All the things you need to survive and live. And these things were given to you based on your age, on your income, and your family size, depending on how many mouths you have to feed. So anything extra lavish was considered unpatriotic.
My mom's dad told me that's when the Zutsu riots happened because of racism. Is that true?
There were riots, but that's really unimportant. It's not going to be on your test. So, moving on.
But isn't this part of our history? How can we allow people to be ignorant and blinded by our fears? We shouldn't allow them to repeat the same mistakes from before.
It's already happening. I know what you're saying, but really, it's not important, guys. That's what we're talking about right now. Come on, guys. All right, that's enough. That's enough, guys.
No matter how much power they take, no matter how much money they make, no matter how many of us are left in chains, the strength of our people remains, because we are awake. Entendemos las semillas. Somos las semillas del futuro, made from the wisdom and love of our ancestors, ready to pave the way for our children and our children's children.
Good job, Mia. Repeat that one more time for Mia, please. Great. Go ahead. Now we're going to give the judges a minute to make a decision, and we'll be right back. So wait patiently. Thank you. And the results are in. The winner for you this year's competition is Mia Rojas. Do that one more time for her, please. And that ends our program for today. Thank you very much for coming today. And yeah, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Are you kind of so I can congratulate him?
No, my mom, she had double shift today.
Oh, you hear that?
I don't have one.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure your mom must be very proud.
Thank you.
Get the hell up! 7:02 in the morning! You're gonna be late! Come on, Diego, stop being lazy! Get up! You're late!
doesn't mean you can stop learning. It does not mean you can stop reading because you're as fast at what you do. If you stop, you won't be the best at what you do for very long. Somebody will find a way to surpass you because you thought you knew it all. You gotta stay on top of your game. Find a book, read something new that can keep you at the top. Figure out ways to be more short, more better than you already do.
Hey!
Stop learning. Stop gaining knowledge here. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, then work on.
What are you doing just standing there? What do you mean? I'm not trying to get another call from your school about you being late today.
You don't know who you are.
Go!
You already have everything. Just because you have reached the top of the mountain doesn't mean you can stop learning. It does not mean because you're as fast at what you do. If you stop, you won't be the best at what you do for very long. Somebody will find a way to surpass you because you thought you knew it all. You gotta stay on top of your game. Find a book. Read something new that keeps you at the top. Figure out ways to learn more better than you already doing. Don't stop learning. Never stop gaining knowledge in your field. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, then work on figuring out what you want. Albert once said, you don't
So if the angle is 36 degrees and point B is 44.7, what then is the radius? Diego, what's the answer?
25.
You need to stop drawing in your notebook and pay attention. All right. So how high will Carlos be then when he is at the top of the Ferris wheel?
I just read to you.
Yes, sir.
What gang are you in?
I'm not in a gang. I just like to paint positive words to brighten people's day.
It's moments and choices like these that can alter someone's life. What do you think should happen to our artist? 1, the artist is released with a warning. Or 2, the artist is arrested and fined. To vote, please text the number 831-777-6607. And the results are in. The artist will be released with a warning.
You do realize you're vandalizing public property, right?
I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just want other people to know that they're not alone. My messages are all I have.
I understand, but you can't just tag it anywhere you want. Do your parents know that you're doing this?
I live at the group home.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, kid. It must be tough for you. How old are you?
14.
14? My niece is 14. What are you doing out here by yourself? Is everything okay at home?
It's nothing. Why do you care?
Relax. It's our job to care. Look, I'm going to leave you off with the warning, but I still have to confiscate that pay can, and you still have to clean this up. There are after-school programs I can recommend to you. My niece is in an art program I think you'd like.
So does this mean you're not taking me in?
No, but I am going to give you my card. If you need any help, just give me a call.
Thanks.
Now, let's get you home.
However, things don't always end this way.
understand, but you can't just carry anywhere you want. It's still late and we still have to take you into the station.
Is this where I'm supposed to be my apartment? Right. Thank you.
Diego, where have you been, man? I haven't seen you in forever.
Diego! Hey man, are you alright? You look tired.
Diego, what's going on? Where were you? Diego, come on, man. Diego. Diego! Por efectivo, hay que recurrir a violencia hasta el método efectivo para combatir el fin, forjar una apariencia, manosear cortedad, tienen mucha experiencia, no los titubean cuando jalan el gatillo, pues pretenden encontrar el camino más sencillo, arrebatando lento sin ningún remordimiento de hogares metafóricos.
Hey, what happened to what said? Dude, that fool got arrested in second period.
Yeah, well, of course, he's always absent.
Nah, but he's hella smart though, come on.
Oh, yeah? Well, then why his eyes always red? I bet he's a stoner.
Man, shut up! You guys don't even know him!
Oh, and you do?
Actually, yeah, I do. I work with him. The reason he isn't here is because he's taking care of his little sister, because his mom works all day.
Okay, well, what about his dad?
He doesn't have one. He's the man of the house.
Okay, well then, why does he look high all the time?
Because he works all night taking care of his family. By the time he gets to school, he's too tired to focus. People misunderstand the situation just like,
Like when I tag. They always think I'm part of a gang or something. But I'm just an artist.
Damn. Man, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. That's hella crazy.
Yeah, he has dreams of going to college too and helping his family, but they keep suspending him, and the teachers always assume the worst of him. How is someone supposed to succeed like that?
For real, it's like they're setting us up or something. Look, can I watch this?
The school-to-prison pipeline. It's a term that describes how American kids get pushed out of public schools and into the juvenile and criminal justice systems. Basically, harsh zero-tolerance policies in schools have led to more suspensions, expulsions, and even in-school arrests. Getting suspended or expelled means more time away from school, and it doesn't take an honor student to figure out that's bad news. In fact, expelled and suspended students are more likely to get held back a grade, end up in juvie, or just drop out altogether. And dropping out of high school makes you 3 times more likely to get arrested. Back in school, forget about hallway monitors. Students these days often have to deal with school police. Minor offenses that might have landed you in the principal's office back in the day can now actually lead to your arrest. Students of color and those with disabilities are disproportionately affected. Black students get expelled 3 times more than their white classmates, while a student with a disability is 2 times more likely to get an out-of-school suspension than everyone else. And it's not because these kids are just bad apples. The Justice Department found that black students got harsher punishments than their white peers for doing the same things. So maybe it's time our education system got schooled?
Okay, class, make sure to turn in your homework before you leave, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Jessica, wait. I want to show you something. You're into art, right?
Yeah, what?
Well, I got this book I want to show you. Check it out.
Hey, excuse me.
Oh, hey!
Jessica, go to class right now. Wally, you're coming to the office immediately. Let's go.
Right!
Give me your backpack and take a seat, Wally.
Why?
Don't make this any more difficult for us.
I didn't even do anything.
Look, maybe you didn't, but you gotta give us something.
Ramirez, what are you doing? Why haven't you detained him yet?
Sir, I was just following protocol.
Protocol? You're just wasting time. We have what we need. Now let's take him to the station.
But I didn't even do anything!
Let me guess. A friend gave it to you, right? You must think I'm stupid. Come, let's go.
President!
Tell us the name of your gang.
We're artists, not criminals.
So it is your notebook.
It's not mine. It's a shared book for artists. People pass it around. The French let me take a look at it for a while.
Really now? So which one of your friends did this?
I don't know.
It's just a miracle. You have a book full of the same crap painted all over town. Don't BS me.
I already told you.
Don't give me your excuses. Your people are full of them.
What do you mean by people?
You know what I mean.
Sir, do we really?
Yes, we do.
But sir, he's just a minor.
Get the door, Rookie. Look it, I wasn't born yesterday. You may have been fooled, but I can make you talk.
Sir, his guardians are here.
Get him out of here. He's just a waste of my time anyways.
Yes, sir. It's your lucky day. Watch yourself, kid.
Ay, mijo, how did you end up here? Told you not to get involved with the law.
It was all a misunderstanding, abuelo. It won't happen again, I swear.
Well, I hope not. I didn't come here to this country to pick strawberries and lettuce. For you to be pandillero.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, mijo. You're a great son, you really are, but it's hard not to get worked up, knowing how la policía can treat a young Chicano man like you. When I was your age, wait, how old are you?
16.
Híjole, eres hombre. When I was your age, I came to America.
When you were only 16?
Sí, mijo, and I came here thanks to the Bracero program.
What was the Bracero program?
Ay, pues where to begin? America had been in World War II for about a year or so. At that moment, the United States began to have a shortage of labor force in the fields. I remember like it was yesterday.
Brought to the state by the Foreign Security Administration. Most are neighbors. All of them are veterans.
The Brazil program was a yes-no agreement between the United States and Mexican governments, renewing civil reforms from 1942 to 1964. In those 32 years, approximately 2 million Brazilians signed 4.5 million contracts.
You know who else worked in the fields before?
Los Okies and the Great Depression?
Órale, muchacho, that's right. Well, a lot of the Okies had gone out to fight in the war. So to keep the crops from running, los Americanos asked us Mexicanos to work in the field.
So the Americans asked for our help? Wow, not much has changed.
You're telling me? Well, estaba chiquito during the war. But 10 years later, the Bracero program was still going on. So I told me, Mama, your great-grandma, there was time for me to go and become my own man.
How did she feel about that?
She was heartbroken, but she knew I had to do it, and she was proud of that.
So, what happened to the Bracero program?
Despite all the hype created about these jobs, the working conditions were absolutely horrible. From spraying us with pesticides meant to clean us, to paying us next to nothing after working in the scorching heat, and picking till our backs gave out. And the living conditions? Híjole, mijo, don't even get me started. Let's just say they were bad, and that's why we went on strike.
Wow, abuelo. You've really been through a lot. I can't believe I've never heard about this before. I wish I had a story like that to tell.
You do, muchacho. You're a Mexican-American living in America. Your whole life has been a story, and it's only the beginning. Ah, chingao, pues. We just came from the police station, and my tela is still out. Mijo, have you learned about Mexican California?
California was in Mexico?
Yes, mijo. What are they teaching you at that school?
Good evening, senor. Do you know why I pulled you over?
Good evening, officer. I believe it was my tail light.
That's right, sir. It seems that your rat teller is out, and by the sounds of it, you knew all along. Is there something you have to say about that?
Yes, officer. It just went out this week. I haven't had a chance to change it.
Right. You got a possible 459 right to out right away. Okay, sir. I'm only following orders, but I do have to ask for license and registration papers. Can you provide that to me?
I can. Here you go.
Thank you. And again, I'm only following protocol, and hopefully I can get the both of you out of here as quickly as possible.
Thank you, officer. So like I was telling you, California was once a part of Mexico.
At one time, the land in New Mexico, along with California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Texas, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming, belonged to Mexico. In 1846, the United States declared war on Mexico. 2 years later, the war was over, and Mexico had lost half its territory. Overnight, 100,000 Mexicans became foreigners on soil that had belonged to their families for generations. The Treaty of Guadalupe promised these new Americans free enjoyment of their liberty and property of every kind. But the original land grants had been given under Spanish and Mexican law, which U.S. courts often did not recognize. Over the years, Mexican Americans lost their land to speculators, lawyers, and cattle barons. Some property was taken by force.
Excuse me, but I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. It seems as your residency papers have expired and the ICN will need to see you for further inspection.
What? Why? He's been living in this country for over 30 years! Wally, no lo provoques. I didn't realize, officer, but I understand. I'll come with you. Wally, welcome into your father to complete the truck. And let Abuela know I'll speak to her soon.
Pero abuelo! Do as your grandfather says, kid, or I'll be forced to take you to the station as well.
Viva la revolución, viva nuestra asociación, viva huelga en general. El 8 de septiembre, los campos de Guerrero salieron los filipinos. Y después de las semanas, para unirse a la batalla, salieron los mexicanos.
How can you just accept this? It's not right, it's not fair!
Well, say, mijo, it's okay to be angry. We all are. But we have to stay strong and calm for your abuelo. Tenemos que permanecer con la mente clara. We shouldn't allow our fear and anger to overpower us. You know, this was a hard lesson both your abuelo and I had to learn during the bracero and grape strikes.
You and Abuelo were in the grape strikes together? I didn't know that.
Ah, see. That's just how we met, actually. In the fields. The bracero program had just ended, and your abuelo continued work as a campesino.
Big side, conmigo toda la vida.
Estamos publicando este día el fruto de la unidad del campesino. Pero lo que estamos pintando aquí son una organización, una unidad para hacer los cambios sociales y económicos que necesitamos para ser hombres y mujeres libres. Y vamos a ver la victoria pronto, compañeros.
No nos moverán. No nos moverán como un árbol firme junto al río. No nos moverán.
Pancho, nos tienes que ayudar.
Lo siento, pero necesito el trabajo para mantener a mi familia en México.
¿Con cuál dinero? Si apenas nos alcanza con lo que nos pagan.
Ay, es que no hay de otra.
Por eso tenemos que luchar. Nosotros somos el cambio. Hey, leave her alone. She hasn't been doing anything. Get that wet back.
Somos el cambio. Déjala en paz.
What you say, boy?
Leave her alone.
Ha, look at this. Peter's trying to be a hero. Let's see how tough you are behind bars.
After that, your abuelo and I joined the huelga. And together, with so many other compañeros, we fought for fair wages, better working conditions of campesinos. But we always had to stay calm, even in the face of fear,
or anger, or disappointment. To give in is to give them what they want.
How can you stay calm, abuela? When they can just stand here back to where he do like nothing? After 35 years of working the land, harvesting the crops under the worst conditions with barely any wage? Why should I even try if they're just gonna criminalize us anyway?
Óyeme, Quali, no te rindas. Your abuelo worked hard for you and this family to have the life we never did. If you succeed, we succeed. I know this is hard, mijo, but we will overcome. I have faith your abuelo will return home soon.
But what if he doesn't? What if they don't let him?
We don't know that. We must stay strong and honor the struggles and sacrifices that have brought to us where we are now. Acuérdate de dónde vienes. Let your ancestors fill you with courage, ¿me entiendes? Ay, mijo, do you know what your name means?
Something in Aztec?
It's Mexica. Quali means good in Nahuatl, our ancestors' native language. You are named after all that is good in this world. Tú tienes la responsabilidad de ser la luz y ayudar a iluminar el camino que nos libre.
Pero como, abuela? It's a lot of responsibility and they're watching and waiting for me to fail.
Sí, mijito. Y por eso tienes que comprobar lo contrario. You have to prove them wrong. If they expect a criminal, show them an educated man. Y si esperan violencia por tu parte, enséñales una persona noble. If they expect you to be lazy and indifferent, show them that you're engaged and compassionate. Show them by using your voice, by voting every chance you get, to protest, boycotts, and community service. This is how you make change, Quali.
Entiendo lo que me dices, abuela. It's just, after today, it feels like we've been going in circles. You and abuelo fought for us to have all of these opportunities, and we're still struggling. It feels hopeless, abuela.
Sí, mijito. La vida es cíclica. History continues to repeat itself, losing and gaining with every revolution. Por eso, sigamos luchando, so that with each generation it gets easier. Ahora es tu turno. Now is your opportunity. ¿Qué vas a hacer?
What are you guys doing here?
Yo, we heard about Abuelo, man. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Yo, there's a doctor what's going on right now.
Yeah, Alex is already over there. Come on, let's go.
We could help.
Ven.
Let's go.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Thank you so much for coming today. Again, we really, really appreciate all of your time and your love. Generally, we open it up for a real quick opportunity to have discussion. So if anybody has any questions, anything like that, now is a fabulous time for that. But before we do that, really quickly, I want to introduce you to this fabulous cast because they're so fantastic. This is their last performance of this specific piece. So another round of applause to again, your name, who you are, and your grade. What grade are you in?
My name is Maria Espinosa, and I'm a junior.
My name is Elizabeth Bettis, and I'm also a junior.
Hello, my name is Alexis Velasquez, and I am a sophomore.
Hi everybody, my name is Alisal and I am a senior here at Alisal High School.
My name is Ingrid, and I'm a freshman.
Ryan, and I'm a junior.
Awesome. All right, so if there's any questions, comments, even just like, hey, why'd you do that? How'd you do that? We would like to open it up to you, the audience, real quick. Any comments? Yes?
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Terrific work. And I'm impressed for two reasons in particular. One is your use of technology, filming, and you've done a great job on all that. And the other thing I'm impressed about is your you're relating history to the present. There's a lot of great history in what you've presented. And you've also shown us how that's still relevant.
Thank
Really
you.
good job.
Thank you so much. And to that effect, actually, a lot of this, the original, resources and information, the creative leaders, some of them aren't here today, but a few of them I'd like to give them a shout out real quick. So, Ellie Murillo right here in the back, let's give her a round of applause. Creative leaders on this project, and she's been with us throughout all the rehearsals and the writing process, and she's super fabulous. So. And then we have Andres Ortiz in the back as well. And you can't see her right now, she peeks out maybe. But she's pretty much awesome. And Barbara Carvalho, she's in the back doing projections. So the original work was developed by the creative leaders, but a lot of the new stuff, and especially the films and some of the extra information, was brought in through the beautiful youth that you see in front of you right here. They took the time to research, to talk to the community, to get those stories, and so a lot of that is a reflection of their time and their research learning throughout this process. So, yay! Any other questions, comments? Feelings?
Yeah, I would like to ask you a question.
Yes.
Of the cast. How much of the history did you know before you started this project, and how much did you learn in doing it?
Nice. Anybody want to tackle that one?
I mean, let's go down the road.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't know that much. I knew somewhat, but when we did this, it's like in my mind, like I was like, whoa. I did not know a lot of the stuff that we showed happened.
I mean, same here. I didn't really know that much. And then when I first joined the project, it was like, well, really? And then I got my eyes open to more and more of the issues in our community and around the world too. I didn't know a lot of it before.
So I knew nothing before I came to SMP. And it's interesting too, because I have a relative actually who was in the Bracero program. So you think I would know a bit about this? But no, I didn't know. But now I do. It's interesting.
Well, I actually knew a little bit about the Bracero program and more about the Mexican culture in the United States, but I didn't know as much as I do now. Through Artists Inc., I've learned so much more. And one thing that really stood out is that I'm aware to what's happening in my surroundings now, because I used to think, oh yeah, the Bracero program just happened years ago. It doesn't affect me or any of my family, but it does. These issues that have happened before are still happening now, and it's really important to realize that. Like one of my my lines was, "La vida es cíclica." History continues to repeat itself, and yes, it's true, because the same things that we're seeing 50, 60, God knows how many years ago, it's still happening today. And because there's so many problems, we need to look back into the past and see, hey, what did these people do to try to improve their lives, and what can we do now to improve the whole situation? So, yeah.
I don't have anything to say.
knew a little bit about the Mexican and American War, but like a lot of the stuff like from the Bracero program I didn't know, and like I should have known because like some of my relatives they used to be in it, and like it's important because they're my relatives and I should care about their past.
I swear I didn't coach them. So any other last parting? Yes.
So if I wanted to get this, I'm an educator at my school, would you be willing to go out there and perform?
Oh man, that's a beautiful question.
What school?
She's taking bookings, guys. This was technically our closing day for this specific production. We do have plans to bring it back in the fall, potentially with some new material and with some new information. But if you have a very specific request, you can leave it with us before you leave, and then we can definitely consider, taking that on. But as far as like a public show, this is probably our last, well not probably, this was officially our last closing. But yeah, we're definitely open to it, and part of the goal of this project was to take it on tour to give it to the youth, right? Because that's what it's directed by, and it's also like through the eyes that we see it, right? And part of the purpose of this is to activate the youth and to make them recognize that they have this power, they have this ability to take their future into their own hands, right? So yes. Great question. Thank you.
And it would be a good time to work that we're already doing with CSUMB, because we are talking about history, and I think it's very important that our kids learn about that, and that's not part of our curriculum, so we have to do a lot of this on the side. So I think this would be a beautiful time to what we're already doing there.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. Let's talk.
Yeah. And we've worked together before.
Yeah. I know who you are. Anybody else? Anything? Yeah, Wes?
So tonight at 5 o'clock, if anybody's interested in more of this oral history stuff and presentation of artifacts, at the Teamsters Hall at 5 o'clock, they're going to do a celebration of, and I was trying to find it on my Facebook, I can't know the title, but there is a farm worker exhibit happening at 5 o'clock to 7 or something at the Teamsters Hall, which is at Market and Sanborn.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say I'm very glad that you guys worked on this whole project. This is a really good way to like voice yourself and get a lot of input, and how there's like more opportunities for you to perform somewhere else. Do it. I would just say do it. That's just words of encouragement. Love it. You guys did awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you all for putting in this work. I'm very proud of all of you.
Thank you.
Right before we let you guys go, I just wanted to let you know if any of you are not registered to vote, you can register right out here, and you can vote on any one of these issues that were addressed here today in the show. Part of what we're also trying to instill in these young people is how to get civically involved and how to actually make things change. And so if you would like to be a part of that process as well and complete that part of their mission, sign up right outside. We got plenty of forms outside. Thank you.
That's it. All right. Thank you so much again. Another last